Hey guys, if you watched my other videos on when to rank up your R4 gear, excuse me, R4 gear? No, you shouldn't do that to R8. When you rank up your gear, when you rank to red, when you rank up your skills, what to do, everything you need to do, what kind of stats you want. If you've seen those two videos and the really long-winded talk that I had on YouTube, thank you for watching them. If you haven't seen them and you have questions based around those kinds of things, check them out, skip through them. You might find what you're looking for. What I promised last was a brief overview of skill runes and why I choose what I choose and what I recommend for other people. So here we go. Skill runes. What skill runes? Okay. So basic attack. As you progress, you get to do this little story mission. This is a new feature. You do this little story thing. You can go through the first chapters right away, and then you start getting into the greens and continuing forward, and you get more rewards, and you get these little booklets that don't go away, but they unlock new slots as you go. There's other videos on that. Check out Wolf's video for more details on that rune system. What I'm here to talk about is the actual runes themselves. So we go to the rune shop. You can exchange for rune essence, which is XP. Don't waste your time. What you want is legendary runes, okay? What you need is legendary runes. And what you absolutely, positively want to drool over is red quality runes. And all that is basically the same skills, just way stronger, higher percent chance of proccing, which means more damage, okay? So I'm a nature warrior. I have said that maybe 100 times now. I'm a purebred nature warrior. I like to tank things. I like to be able to take a lot of things, and I like to not die. So what do I want to do? I want to heal. So in my defensive stats, I'm looking for corresponding skill, recover self. By corresponding skill, it means the skill that this is equipped on. All right? So it can go into any of my defense or dodge. That's the number 3 skill or your dodge key. That means every time I dodge, I can heal myself. Well, not that I can, I will heal myself. Which is great, okay? Then there's this thing called the shield. And who doesn't love putting a 1% of your HP shield on yourself after you dodge because you're trying to avoid dying? So now it's even harder to die. That's pretty good to me. All right, so those are two really good defensive runes that I really like and that I want to have and I want to stack. I haven't been able to put these two together yet. I'm working on it. You can do this slow, you can do this fast, you can go whatever pace you want to go, but it's really easy to spend a lot of money on this, and that's what they want. But it's also really easy to be smart about it and only spend when you know there's something you can use and it's a game changer. For me, that game changer was Execution Rune. So, skills. Increase damage to target with HP lower than 30% by 12.5%. If you watched my last long-winded video, you would know that I love this stat. I love the fact of me being able to do more damage when the mob is lower on HP. It's like a clutch move. It's like, oh, you're low, I'm low, well, I'm going to hit you harder, so I'll win. I like that. That's what I am. I'm an execution warrior. I execute everything. That's my stat, and that's what I'm building my character around. That's the rune that I want, and I want to make sure it's in every single one of my slots. Now, does it need to be legendary? No. Do I want it to be legendary? Yes. And do I want it to be red? Oh, hell yes. But, you know, my pocket ain't big enough. It's pretty big, but I'm not okay with trying to farm up 1,000 of those red coins. I'm already at 440, but we'll just keep growing. All right? So we have different skills, and the best part about the rune page, it tells you what the skill slot is. We have attack, we have special attack, we have technique, we have defense, we have ultimate. Yes, the top ability is called ultimate. Oh my god, I didn't even know that, and I've been playing this game for so long. Who would have known? It's called ultimate, and that means when you go into your second form, that's not your ultimate. That's called renaissance, and you're just like being a better version of yourself. So kudos. Then when you have dodge, all right? So what did I go for in my basic attack? Basic attack is a little tricky because all skills generally have this thing right here that says When it's on your basic attack, it basically does 1/3 of the amount of times. So if you have a, what is it? 8% chance to actually activate this ability, you only have a third of that, which it's 8 divided by 3. You do the math. And yeah, so normal attacks, it's basically because you can spam it and you'll still get it off a lot, okay? Then you have, oh, I did crit rate. That's just a filler. Now, say I want to replace this. You hit replace. Say I don't want crit rate. I want 2% more damage because more damage is nice, right? You hit replace. Now, say I just made a terrible mistake and I don't know what I'm doing with myself. You hit replace. You can hit, it's still there. It didn't go anywhere. I'll keep it. So I'll just hit replace. And look, it's back. Ooh, I actually gained 6 CP. That's nice. Every rune has passive stats. So depending on the rune, it's going to be a little bit different. This one happens to have crit on it, HP, and attack. Awesome stats. This one has crit, HP, and attack on it. Awesome stats. This skill, Epic Berserk, does maximum of 1% of my HP worth of actual damage. Max of 50% of my owner's attack. Basically what that's saying is I have 2 million HP, but my attack is only 100,000. That means that I can only do 50,000 damage of additional damage on my abilities. I'm not going to be doing 200,000 more damage. Okay, so that's basically what it is. It scales really to your attack. Should honestly just say 50% of your attack because everybody's HP is going to be dramatically larger than their attack. But hey, they like words, so let them do it. Then I went with this, Legendary Cooldown. So on any other ability, it would decrease the cooldowns. Skill CD decreases 5% if used with normal attack. If used with a normal attack, it does ×2 damage. You mean I get to hit twice with one swing? I will take that. So now I'm doing double damage on my normal attack. 5% chance to do it, but hey, that's more than 0% chance to do it. So yeah, that's what I'm rocking on that because honestly, increasing the damage is one thing, but being able to do the damage twice is better in my opinion. So you can take your runes, you can figure out what you want to do with them, and then you can play with them a little bit. My special attack is going to be, again, target below 30%, increase damage by 5%. That's probably going to be my next one on my my normal attack too. And then I have Legendary Berserk. So 20% chance to do 1% of my HP worth of actual damage, up to 50% of my attack. All right. If the target is weakened, deal double damage. Weakened is a debuff you can put on a target that reduces their attack by 10%. There is a rune that does that. That rune has a 10% chance to weaken the target's... I'll actually... You know what? Why am I just trying to remember it? Let's go to weaken rune. Right here. Oh, it's 5%. See, I was wrong. So, 5% chance to apply weaken on a target, reducing dealt damage by 10%, lasting 5 seconds. And effective on bosses. And that's exactly why I haven't put it on my skill yet. To me, right now, everything is about killing bosses. You want to be able to do whatever you can on a boss. So take what you can do on a boss before you actually have to do anything else. Now, putting the weakened on the ability that has the bonus damage to weaken targets will not make the damage actually double from the Legendary Berserk rune. What I mean is, if I use this skill, it'll apply the weakened. But I would have to be able to use this skill a second time to get the damage bonus from the weakened. So you would want to put weaken on another target. Oh, this is disable. Is it? Yeah, so this is disabled. All right. So if the target is disabled, meaning binded or silent stunned or anything else, Oh no, this just disables. Excuse me, I'm talking about another rune. This literally just disables. So it binds the target, which means they can't move, and then allows the target to receive 10% more damage lasting for 5 seconds. Cool. This ability is an ability that when I use it, it will grab all the people in my path and group them all up in front of me. And so if there's 3 people in my path, now all 3 people have a chance to be disabled or crippled and take 10% more damage. That's why I did it. Now, this other skill is the 30% or lower, 5% damage increase. Of course, I'm going to eventually get that up to the legendary bonus. Now we got my defense. Here's my heal skill. It's purple. We already covered that. You get the gist. So, I'm talking a lot. I've been talking about a shield. But here's another kicker. I have high defenses. Well, how can I make my defense help me? Well, now every time I pop my defensive ability, I get an attack percent increase by 5% for 3 seconds. Alright, so yeah, I just made a defensive skill offensive by putting a simple rune on it. Things like this allow you to play with your skills and do so many different things that you can min-max the crap out of a single direction you want to go and make your character different from another person. You can have 2 warriors, completely different playstyles because of this rune, even if they're the same element. I love the rune system. We got my ultimate, we got the 12.5% damage increase when lower than 30%, and then we got the 8% chance to do that 50,000 damage because my HP is ridiculous. And then we got my dodge. I really like the movement speed increase. It's one of my favorites. Increase your movement by 6% and resistance to slows and binds by 6% for 3 seconds. That means I can dodge and move out of the way of those pesky little circles, those pesky little lines of attacks, or those other people trying to kill me faster. Or I can catch up to people faster. I love it. It's great. And then we got increase your dodge rate. Now there's runes like, I should have some. All right, crit immunity. They're good, but I'd rather have the dodge. Damage reduction, a chance to take less damage. Not as good as guaranteed dodge. All right. So increasing my dodge by 3%. How dodge works is if you have more dodge rate than your opponent has hit rate. So say I have 6% dodge and my opponent has 5% hit, there's a 1% chance to miss me. All right? That's how it works. Same thing with crit reduction and damage reduction. No, damage reduction is just a flat reduction in damage you take from players. But same thing goes with, well, that just acknowledge that the fact that when you dodge, it's based on the opponent's hit rate. Okay? All right. So, me personally, I like the execution rune, right? I'm probably going to get the weaken rune so that I can maximize the Berserk rune, and I will put the weaken rune on the same rune that allows me to bind people and they take a 10% increase in damage. So not only are they taking more damage, but they're going to be doing less damage. And then if they are weakened, it's going to counteract and go directly with the Berserk rune, which will, instead of me doing 50,000 damage, I now get to do 100,000 damage on top of it. Things like this are great. Look at the runes, see how they combo, play them together, enjoy the game. Real quick, I'm just going to go over one other thing so you guys can sort of get an idea of another player and how they work. All right, Barry, who is my partner in life, she's amazing. There we go. It won't let me open it up. She's been super lucky. She's gotten 3 legendary runes from pulling and then been able to exchange. So she's off to a really good start. She has the chance to do double damage. She has a 5% flat increase in damage on her normal attack. She's a day behind on her rune stories, but that's perfectly fine. Everybody's at their own pace. Enjoy the game. All right. Then she has legendary suppression. So this And notice how it says in the very end, stun types only. That means that this only activates when the target is stunned. Thankfully, her third skill does stun, and she has legendary disable, which means stun, slow, bind, silence, interrupt. Those are all disables. So now we know what disables are, and if we know what disables are, we can then apply other runes to do more damage, which would be, direct attack. Unleash a corresponding skill, 4% chance to deal bonus damage of 25% of attack to the target, with doubles if the target is disabled. So, she stuns, which is a disable. She gets a chance to do additional 50% damage with this skill. And on top of that, because it's stunned, she's getting another 12.5% damage. Her first ability just wrecks people. All right? Now, third skill is defense. Miko's are squishier, so this is when she activates it, she just gets a damage reduction of 2.5%. If her HP is below 30%, it doubles, so she gets a 5% damage reduction if her HP is below 30. Then, when she activates her third skill, her defensive skill, she also, for the very first hit taken, so if she can time this right, she gets an additional 8% damage reduction. It's really nice to be able to just look at somebody, know that they're about to hit you really hard, and be like, nope, it's not going to hit me that hard at all. Then we have our ultimate. So when we were first looking at runes, we saw Legendary Soulbreaker, and basically makes the skill have a 12.5% chance to ignore target's defense. So hitting somebody without defense, nice. Completely dead. Finish them off, whatever you like. It doesn't proc that much, and it's barely noticeable. I'll let you know if I ever really notice it. But it is a pretty good skill. And then she still has the direct attack, which basically her actual skill, her ultimate, is it's a circle that goes down on the ground, binds everybody inside the circle, and then she can launch 3 ghosts from it. So because her initial ability of it is a bind, which is a disable, she has a chance to be doing double damage with this epic rune. She gets a 50% damage increase is what I'm getting at, okay? That can be really huge. She needs that at legendary or better, and same thing goes with that one too. So she has some work to go, but that's the direction. She's all about CCing them, disabling her target, and then nuking them to the ground. Other people can be doing that too. Again, if you have a lot of stuns, swordsmen, you can really, really, really do some damage, okay? And then her dodge, she has the movement speed increase because it's always nice to be able to move out of the way. And we took block rate by 4%. So that's a 4% chance to completely negate damage because block prevents all damage if you block the attack. Alright, so this is another long-winded video, and I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can go to your skills, go to your runes, go to that rune shop. You don't have to buy them, but you should read them. You should understand your class and understand what you're going for. If you're a gunner, if you are a mage, if you are a Miko, Pierce is your friend. Okay? Know things about your class. Know what you're looking for. Know if you're going to have a lot of HP. Know if you're going to have a lot of CC. By CC, I mean disables, which is bind, silence, stuns, all those things. Know whether or not you have them. They do combo with pets. If you have the Valkyrie, that is a silence. As it starts up, it becomes a longer silence. You can time up your skills with that silence. You can min-max so much damage with these runes, and I want everybody to know it. So read the runes, figure out your rotation, figure out the best rotation to be able to use these abilities, and have fun wrecking people's faces. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Next video is going to be, I think I'm going to just do a Zodiac video. I think I've covered just about everything. Again, Discord link is going to be in the description. Join my Discord, ask many questions, pick my brain. I love breaking down characters, I love breaking down classes, and I love building new things. So, again, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great night, whatever time you're watching it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.